Hey, Kirsty Snyder here, ready to rock it out today with Mindset Monday. When you go on, make sure to say hi. And if you don't see the red light button in the top corner, be sure to if you don't see the red light button in the top corner, be sure to hashtag replay in the comments. And then as always, be super intentionally present because, as you guys know, when you give, you gain. And when you give something so simple like commenting on a live video like this within your business, your group, you will gain something. So be sure to say hi as soon as you get here. I'm going to pull it up on my phone to make sure that I actually can see all the comments. And let me know what city and state you're tuning in from, okay? Even if you're catching the replay and you're not with us right now live on the 20th, I still want you to let me know what city and state you're tuning in from, okay? For me, I'm in Colorado Springs, Colorado. What about everyone else? Let me know. Thank you, Daniel, for commenting and tagging people. Appreciate that. Let's see. I'm going to see if I can tag people as well. Okay. Rocking it out. And if you guys can hear me, let me know in the comments so you can hear and see me okay. Okay? Let's see. Hi, Jason. Jason, everyone, just got a titanium sale. Congrats to him. Put congrats in the comments. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Oops. Wow. It's not going to let me comment, really. Okay. So we've got a couple things to talk about this morning, and I'm pretty dang excited about it because I'm sure you guys can guess. What happened over the weekend? What's your guess? What happened over the weekend? Why would I be fired up right now? What happened over the weekend? Tell me. Tell me what you think happened. You guys should know, but you know, it's fine. Oh, just tagging so many people. I can't multitask, huh? Okay. What happened over the weekend? All right. Yeah, Daniel, you guessed it. Go figure. Awesomeness happened over the weekend. Duh. Come on now. Okay, keep tagging people, you guys. Let's get this amped up into the algorithm. Okay. I met a few of you guys over the weekend. If you guys were there at the event, comment live event in the comments. Even if you're catching the replay and you were there, comment live event in the comments right now. Do it. All right. That I just tagged a few people. Okay. Tons of you. Gosh, I'm like, bleh. Been talking way too much over the weekend. My sass blasting from the stage. I know. Live events, you guys, fire me the heck up. But the trick is, how can you take that fire, whether you were online with us or you were live there with us and we met all of you and we were excited, all that kind of stuff, yeah? Whether you were there or you're going to catch the replay, because I'm sure they'll send out a recording, how can you take that fire and then put it into your next week, your next month, the sales you get, okay? Everyone right now, tag Jason Jordan. Let's see, I'll tag him right here. Oops. Jason Jordan got his first sale, and guess what it was? Titanium. Jason Jordan got his first sale, and it was a titanium member. You know what's ironic? Not really ironic, but the truth. The real truth about that, he got a titanium member because what? He went to work, he didn't hold excuses, and he is a titanium member, right? You get what you are, not what you want. You get what you are, not what you want. The handful of you on live right now, comment that below. Let's boost it into the algorithm. You attract what you are, not what you want. You attract what you are, not what you want. Put that in the comments for me. So if you want to attract more income and attract higher paying members, you have to be that first. In order to attract that, you have to be that. Okay? Now, you guys, some of you were live with us. Some of you were there. You were feeling the momentum. You were there in Atlanta. And some of you have commented, yes, live event. If you were on Zoom or if you plan to catch the replay once it's sent out, put replay in the comments or put Zoom in the comments. Because the fire that you'll get from watching that recording, okay, even if you weren't live with us, which you should be next time for sure, by the way, I'm going to tag, let's see. Put live, if you were there live, I know a couple of you guys have, do it again, right? Boost it into the algorithm here for me. And if you were going to catch the replay when it's sent out, or if you were on Zoom like Cheryl, put that in the comments, okay? Because here's the thing. This is going to be your challenge over the next week, over the next month. What kind of concepts can you take from what you learned? What kind of concepts can you take for what you learned at the event over the weekend and then apply to your business? Because the truth is, whether you're making $10 a day with this or you're making $100 a day with this, or every single week you're producing 4 to 5 figures, okay, like some of us here, that should be you too, okay? No matter how much you're making, the purpose of live events is so you can take something that you heard from that event and then maximize your business. It's not just the come to the event, whether live or on Zoom, listen, get excited. No, it's not about that. It's you being able to then take what you learn and apply it so that you actually scale your business. Handful of you on right now, how many of you guys want to scale your business? Put scale in the comments, all caps, favorite emojis. Put scale in the comments for me. Because the truth is, if you're a cheerleader, if you show up to the event, whether live or on Zoom, or you catch the replay once it's sent, if you're a cheerleader and you're like, yeah, that was so awesome and woohoo, and it was great to see this and it was awesome to see that. Hi, Carlos. Good to see you. It does not matter. It does not matter if you're a cheerleader. Anyone can be a cheerleader. That is easy. You take it off. You check it off. Oh, I attended Mindset Monday. Oh, I went to the live event over the weekend. Oh, whatever. And that will not matter unless you apply the concept, unless you actually take a nugget or two and use it. Because how much do you guys want to be making? Okay? About a dozen of you on right now, live. And for those catching the replay later on, admit to yourself how much you want to make. What do you want to make in your SHG business? Own it. Put it in the comments. I'll wait. How much do you want to make? Because it's one thing to declare, right? It's one thing to declare, yeah, I want to make money from home. Yeah, I think it would be great to make money from home, whatever. Hi, Jonathan. Good to see you. That's awesome that you want to make money from home. But if you do not define it, if you don't define exactly how much you want to make, how can you make that? If you don't have an exact target, how can you hit the target? Right? So Jamie says she wants to make $20,000 per month. $20,000 per month, that's $240,000 a year. And the beautiful part about what Jamie said is that's walk-away income. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jamie, but that's not you like, oh my gosh, hustling and grinding month after month, right? That's you being able to step away from your business and still make the 5 figures. Yeah? What about the rest of you? Jason wants to make $30,000 a month. That's what? $360,000 a year. Walk away income, true leverage. True leverage. That's what we're after. Hi, Tim. Good to see you. True leverage, not one and done sales, not something you make $100 with or $1,000 with one time, right? You're here in it to win it for the $100 month in and month out residually based on your impact of people, right? Put that in the comments for me. I am in this business to have walk-away income. Admit it. Put it in the comments. I am in this business to have walk-away income. Sure, you could make more somewhere else for the initial sale. You probably could. There's plenty of offers out there that you could do that with. But if you want to be paid amongst the efforts of others, based on you leading from the front and producing, helping more leaders, those leaders allow you to scale your business. Right? Right? Okay, so let's just put it into perspective. About $333 a day, you're making $10,000 a month. So the handful of you on right now, how many of you would crave having an additional, not your main source of income. Let's say this is just like your cherry on top, your chump change, right? $10,000 a month made. How would that impact your life? Put that in the comments for me. $10,000 a made without you doing anything. Say you produce content now and you're paid $10,000 a month for 5 years after the video you did today. Wow. That is true empowerment, right? That is true scalability. That is true momentum. That is true what? Walk away income. Walk away income. Yes, Jonathan, love it. So whether you're like Catherine wanting to make $500 a day, or you're scaling and you want to make $30K a month, or even Daniel, I know Daniel has a goal to make $45,000 a month. And this is me putting words in his mouth, but I would bet that he wants to make $45K a month with SHG alone. I don't think that's a collective amount from any other resource he has, right? That's $45,000 a month just from SHG. $45,000 a month. Some people make that take home, right? After taxes and all that. They make that barely in a year. Can you imagine making that in a year and then being like, cool, let's times that by 12 and me never have to clock in, clock out, report to a boss, but instead I'm focused on impacting people. When you impact people, you build a brand, and those people want to hear from you again and again and again, right? So the handful of you guys on right now, admit it in the comments. How many of you guys truly desire? How many of you guys truly crave having that walkaway income? Put yes in the comments with your favorite 2 emojis. Yes, in the comments with your favorite 2 emojis. How many of you guys, even if you're catching the replay and you're not live with us right now at 12:15 Eastern on the 20th of June, when you catch the replay, admit in the video, even if you're catching the replay, okay? Do you guys actually crave walkaway income? Put yes in the comments with your favorite 2 emojis if you do. Yes, I'll admit this. I'll admit this right now. So Tim Murray wants to have walkaway income. Tim Murray craves that. Yeah, who else? Jason Jordan wants true walkaway income. He craves that. Myself, Catherine wants true walkaway income. Jamie Douglas wants true walkaway income. When you crave something, okay, I'll give the example of being pregnant. When I was pregnant with my first kid, I craved Captain Crunch. Had to have it. I don't know why, I just did. And at the end of all my trimesters, right, I craved ice, which is pretty typical for pregnant women. But I would literally like go to the gas station, get the yummy Pebble Ice at like 10 p.m. because I craved it. My son agrees. Can you guys hear him? If you guys crave something, what do? You do what it takes to get it, right? When you actually crave something, you do what it takes to get it, right? So what is it? All handful of you on right now live, and even those on the replay later on, what is it that you are going to commit to today, not this week, but today, to actually scale your business and actually start increasing your craving of walkaway income? Because for me, when I was pregnant, when I craved ice at the end of my pregnancy, it was do or die. I had to have it. I had to have it. And let's say my husband was gone. He's at work or he's at the gym or whatever he was doing. I would get the kids in the car and go get the ice. I was that determined because I craved it that much. Same exact thing with your business. When you crave that walkaway income, you don't just cheerlead. You don't just talk like you want walkaway income, but you actually crave it so much, you do what? If you crave something, you do what? You go get it. So what is it this week? Okay, the handful of you guys on right now, and even those catching the replay, be intentionally live, participate as if we're chilling right here in my office, okay? What is it you're going to commit to today to start enhancing your craving, to start attaining your craving of walkaway income? Define it though, Jamie. Action what? What is it you'll do today in your action, in your behavior, in your thoughts, in your feelings, right? Because thoughts turn into feelings. Your feelings determine your behavior. How you behave gives you your actions. Your actions determines your results. Okay? You don't like your results? Backtrack. What thought did you persist in that landed you the crappy result? Or the inferior result? Or the non-scalable result? Okay? What is it you're going to do today? I'll handful of you on right now. Admit it in the comments. What will you commit to doing today based on the event, based on what you're hearing now, based on your goal of $20,000 a month, $500 a day, $30,000 a month? What are you going to do today to get that craving accomplished? Walkaway income. You guys want it. I know you guys want it. But what can you do today in your action step that will actually start filling that craving of walkaway income? Okay, create better create better content and talk to 10 people. Cool. So Tim, I'm going to hold you to that. You message me tonight here in within 12 hours, okay? Message me within 12 hours and let me know that you contacted 10 people. These can be cold leads. These can be warm leads. They can be follow-up messages based on conversations you've had in the past. Be accountable and tell me you did it within 12 hours. Deal? Okay, and then Cheryl King says, I printed off my unopened leads to call, going to start calling so many each day. This always worked in the past. I'm old school that way. Awesome, Cheryl. So define it even more. What amount of people will you call today? Not, I'm going to start calling so many leads each day. No, define it. What are you going to do today? How many leads will you call today? Do you have an action plan for leaving a voicemail? Are you going to send a text message? What is it? Okay? Because I'm going to start calling is not admitting you're doing it today. It's, I will call today X amount of leads. So don't put it in the future. Own it right now. All you have is the present right now, right? So you have your leads. How many, Cheryl, will you call today? And then throughout the week, what are you going to commit to per day if you have X amount of leads? How many X amount of phone calls will you do? Okay? Jamie says, show up like the 5-figure monthly earner that I know I am. Really envision it. Put it on your vision board. Start compounding the small tasks and making them habitual. Girl, preach. Preach. Okay? So Cheryl says 20 to 30 a day. So you're going to take the time to contact 20 to 30 people a day. Okay? Now, because you're barely starting this, Cheryl, you might not know what that looks like as far as time goes. But if you get 5 phone calls in and all 5 answer, are you going to commit to calling another 15 to 25 people? Or is it based on how much time it takes? Now, you don't have to answer that. Hey, Colton, will you put her binky in her mouth? Yeah. You don't necessarily have to answer that, Cheryl. That could be rhetorical for you to take inventory on and actually decipher for yourself. But that's what I mean. You have to define it. It has to be absolutely defined, specific. All dozen of you put this in the comments right now. The more specific my action, the more specific my result. Okay? The more specific my action, the more specific my result. Thanks, buddy. Do you want to say hi? You want to say hi? Hello. This is my Colton. He's my cutie bug. Colton and I went and got an MRI done this morning, and he's a little happier now, but a minute ago he was grumpy. Send him some good vibes. MRIs are really fun. Okay, so the more specific my actions, the more specific my results. I love it. And Cheryl, take some inventory on that. Like, define exactly the amount of time it'll take. You don't know. So are you going to commit to 20 to 30 a day, no matter who answers or does not answer, right? You're going to leave a voicemail. You're going to send a text. If so, what is it going to say? Things like that, okay? Now, Jason Jordan says, today I'm finding more platforms for ads already planned. Boom. Boom, my friend. Jason taking action in a specific way like that gets him specific results. That's why he can start barely last week and already have a titanium sale. How beautiful is that, guys? If you haven't congratulated him, say congrats in the comments for me. Now, who else commented? Okay, so like half of you have commented saying what you're going to do today. Oh. The rest of you, you just sleeping? Are you just sleeping? You got to admit it in the comments. And if you're not in a position to comment, that's okay. That's that's fine. But the 10 of you on right now, around half of you have commented saying what you're going to do today. And the rest of you are just like sleeping.
Sleeping.
Sleeping. I know, sleeping, huh? You're so cute. Oh, don't touch the mic.
That's mine.
Okay. So what I want to leave you guys with, all right? Yep, you can have some. What I want to leave you guys with is what can you do? The momentum from the live event, whether you were there with us or you were catching the replay or you were there on Zoom, what can you do? What concept can you take that you learned that's now going to give you momentum for the next week, the next month, up until the next live event? What is it you will do to scale your income? You have to define that. Take 5 to 10 minutes today and actually write it out on paper. Because again, all dozen of you put this in the comments, right? When you give you gains, so participate. When you write, you gain more inspiration. You think in pictures. And to draw or to write, you are picturing something, literally like a blueprint, right? To build a house, you wouldn't just be like, I don't know, let's just like randomly pick a location and I'm not sure how many floors I want and like I guess we'll have a bathroom and like I don't know how many bedrooms. No. If you had actual blueprint for your home built, you would get that specific result for what your home would look like, how many beds, square feet, all of that, right? Same freaking thing with business. The more defined you can be with business, the more defined your results. So what is it you can take from this weekend, from the event, that you can then apply every single day from now till the next event in October? What can you actually do? What will you actually do to give yourself the fulfillment of that craving? The true craving of walkaway income. Okay? Take some inventory on that for you guys, for yourself today. All right? Take some inventory on that, write it down, take 5 to 10 minutes and actually specify it. Because if you think in pictures and everything was first thought here in order to come into the physical, Steve Jobs would have never created the iPhone or Apple products or anything had he not thought of it first here, right? The Wright brothers building the airplane would not have happened had they not held the image in their mind here first. And then did what? Persisted in that thought, took action steps to make it happen. Same freaking thing with your business. Now, you might not be creating a phone. You might not be creating an airplane. But just the same impact that phones, airplanes, etc. have on people, SHG has that impact as well. So define today what you're going to do from now, every single day, until the next event. Because it's one thing to come to the event, be a cheerleader, and be like, yay, that was so fun and great and whatever. That's awesome. That's great. I'm glad you feel so. But it doesn't matter how you feel. It matters what you do with those feelings and how consistent you choose to be. Okay? Any questions, thoughts? Let me know. I'll stay on for a couple more minutes if you guys have any questions or thoughts. Yep, totally, Jason. I totally agree. And Jamie says, I'm going to be getting some drop cards and a decal for my car. Awesome. Love it. Have a direct call to action on there, my friend. If you fall, and I know it's a decal, so don't make it too wordy, please. Have it be specific, but fast, right? For someone to retain the info quick, as you know. But still, on the car decal, follow the formula of hook, build up, present value, call to action. So I don't know what you want it to look like on your car, but obviously it needs to either have, I would say, a phone number. Get a Google phone number if you don't want to put your cell phone. That's up to you. A phone number, a simple website that they could literally read and know how to spell it. Okay. Let's see. What else call to action would you give? You could put your email, depending how long it is. I don't know. But hook, build up, present value, call to action. Call to action we just went over. The hook would be something about make 5 figures a month, right? 5 figures a month. Build up is work from home or present value. Those intertwine sometimes, okay? But define it, follow the formula, okay? All right. We will see you guys for Teachable Tuesday. It happens tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern as always. And if you have any thoughts, questions, let me know. Go take some action, and we will see you on the inside very soon. Bye, guys.